I'm Leon, and I'm here to review the XShot Pro Mag Refill Pack, a really affordable package that comes with two excellent magazines. Let's talk about it. I, much like many other nerfers, am really happy that we finally have a mag refill pack on the shelves. The last time that happened, the 18 round half clear orange one and half opaque side orange one was on the shelves. And that retailed for about 13 to 14 back in the day. This retails for 10 and comes with two magazines. However, it is a Pro Series product and is meant for Pro Series blasters. But I've done all the hard work for you. I've tested what each of these mags is compatible with, what they work with, what they don't work with, and I've even tested the adapter on some of the Pro Series stuff I have. So while I can't compare everything, sorry worker fans, I don't own any worker products besides the regular full-length 22s and 15s, I can at least give you a really good overview on what they're compatible with. So I'll break down this video into a couple of chapters. First, the intro. I'll talk about the retail price, where you can find it, what they're made for. Second, I'll talk about the adapter and the short length magazine and talk about what it works with. Third, which will probably be the longest portion of the video, I'll talk about the 15 round magazine and what it works with, and more importantly, what it doesn't work with. And then I'll share my opinion on the whole pack as a whole and kind of go into, well, if you're looking for this is a good buy. So, if you feel the need to, you can go ahead to skip to what exactly you'd be concerned about, whether you're just here for the half-length mag, just here for the full-length mag. Important note, it does come with everything, the adapter and both magazines. So, if you want one, you gotta buy both. So, I'll break it down for you. The XShot Mag Refill Pack comes with a 15 round full-length magazine that's completely clear, a 15 round half-length magazine, which is actually one of the higher capacities I've seen for half-lengths, and an XShot Pro adapter to go ahead and turn something like the Longshot Pro into a half-dart shooting blaster. Please note that this will only work on your Pro Series level blasters. You can't just turn any old Nerf gun with this adapter into a half-dart shooting beast. So, sorry to say, but hey, you can sometimes do cool reloads with it. Should be cool. I'd like to first go ahead and state the obvious. This package is meant as a refill pack for the XShot Pro Longshot. These are actually the exact included magazines that came with this blaster. Another important thing to note is this package just comes with the mags. No darts. I am honestly perfectly okay with this. At the price point that this package is sitting at, I'm perfectly fine with there not being any extra darts. But it's super great that we have a mag refill pack on the shelves. Even if it is meant for one blaster, I'll go ahead and show you what it works with. Last little bit of information. Everything you see here costs $9.97 and is found at your local Walmarts on the shelves. At the time of this video, you might not see them yet. I visited a couple Walmarts in the area and could only find this package at one, but I promise you they'll be coming. So maybe wait an extra 2 days or so by the time you see this video release and you might be able to see them. So I'll go ahead and talk about the half-length mag first, as well as the adapter. Without question, both the adapter and the half-length mag work in the XShot Pro Longshot. That includes the secret mag release that's on this side and the other side, as well as this mag release right here. This whole package was designed to be basically a quick little refill pack of mags for your XShot Pro Longshot, and for that, I'm very thankful. This one works with it, and so does the full length. You're going to have no issues there. But let's talk about some other half-dart things. First, what is the adapter compatible with? Well, for those of you who are a fan of more classic Pro Series stuff, the old Dart Zone mags do work in this adapter, and they do also chamber. Just fine. Old Dart Zone 12s will do it. You'll hear a little click because there is a second latch in this adapter to hold specifically these mags. But they do work. You might just have to mag tap them in. This adapter also works with a new style of Dart Zone 12s. These are fantastic, by the way, Dart Zone. Absolutely love these. They work just fine. They load. They're super smooth. In fact, they really do rival the performance of the actual XShot mags. They're really fantastic if they weren't just such a kind of small capacity. This will also work with the new curved mags, although these are basically the exact same. Even though this package does come with this adapter, you might have a couple of these guys hanging around. This is the old Pro adapter from the Nexus Pro. You'll have to mag tap it in there, but it works just fine. It is a little stiff getting out. It's got a little bit of friction to it, but honestly, nothing to really complain about. And they're the exact same. It does also work with the Max adapter. Ultimately, a lot of good things about the adapter. Both this adapter works with a ton of different magazines, and a ton of different magazines work with this adapter, which is absolutely fantastic. I, for one, am a really big fan of the banana mags in this adapter. And in fact, I think this is my favorite out of any of these adapters just because of how smooth it is. And importantly, let's talk about this adapter real quick. It will work in your Nexus Pro and your Max Striker. That's the old one, not the Pro X or the Max Striker 2.0. I'll be talking about that in a second though. But yes, this mag does work with your old Nexus Pro. You just have to prime back and do whatever. The mag works with it. The adapter works with it. It's really a fantastic all-in-one package for a really phenomenal blaster. But what about just the mag itself? Does this work with a variety of things? Well, you can actually already see on the Dart Zone mags, the hole where the mag catches is in the same place. That's good news, because that means that your Nexus Pro X can in fact take, with no issues, the XShot 15 round magazine, which gives this thing a really nice capacity upgrade in all honesty. Chambers, reloads, super smooth. Both mag releases work for it. Really, really, really excellent. I'm a really big fan of just the fact that this works with the Nexus Pro X, and it's going to work with your Max Striker with the adapter, as well as one other very new addition to the Pro line. One of the main reasons why this pack actually caught my eye was I like the Maxim Pro, kind of, but 12 just felt a little too little. I really do like these mags, and I don't mind the fact that the Maxim Pro works with the straight mags and whatnot, but I wanted more. Yeah, 15 felt excellent. The Maxim Pro has its problems, but these mags certainly don't. So yeah, the adapter works with basically everything you need an adapter for, and the mag works with a lot of things that you'll need a half-length mag for. So honestly, you can't really hate what's being presented here. So, half-length mag, thumbs up. I'd actually pay maybe about $8 for this separately. Or if I could get two of these for $10 and no adapter, I'd absolutely love that. But the pack we have is certainly nothing to sneeze at. Now let's talk about the complicated bit. The full-length mag. So what does the full-length mag work with? Well, for starters, this works with basically any Pro Series blaster that I have that I tested it with. So the Longshot Pro, the Max Striker, the Nexus Pro, the old style of the Nexus Pro and Max Striker, all worked excellently with this mag. And a couple of other brands have some blasters that also work well with this mag, but some are not going to be a great answer. So let's talk about it. Back a while ago, we had these. I've already sort of touched on these, but this is what they were. These were the half clear, half whatever 18 round mags. This one has obviously been putting in some work for my arsenal as it's pretty dirty, but hey, these worked, these were reliable, and they lasted a pretty long time, although this one certainly needs a little bit of a cleaning. Recently, a blaster came out that I'll touch on that would actually give you a pretty reliable mag. I'll certainly mention this one when I need to, but that's going to be one of the things that's I'm more critical of. You might know which blaster I'm talking about just by the look of these mags, but if you don't worry about it. I'll talk about it in a second. So, let's start with the easy stuff. What does this work with? I'll start with some of Dart Zone's offerings. First, no problem. The Adventure Force Spectrum both chambers this, so I can't just pull it out. And since it doesn't have a hump on it, it is insanely easy to go ahead and load into the blaster. Chambers, pushes darts into flywheels, absolutely fantastic. The Spectrum is fantastic with these mags, which is great because they're in the same aisle. If you're willing to make more of a trip, the Thunderbolt, which is my personal highest recommendation for any nerfer right now, also accepts these mags with no issue. You'll certainly hear the clicking because, well, the pusher does kind of touch on this mag. However, it's not going to be in a bad way. This chamber's fine, it works well, it chambers, it can't pull it out. And because of the no hump, it is great with the mag release. So yeah, but right now, since I have the two out, I'd like to go ahead and just kind of touch on build quality. The included Thunderbolt mag is okay. It certainly does bend a little bit, while the XShot Pro mag does also have that same bend. Honestly, this one feels a little better than the Dart Zone mag, but they're pretty comparable. Although I've had more reliability issues with the Dart Zone one than I've had with the XShot one. I think the XShot one's fantastic. Air Warriors has a couple of options that they're kind of bidding for right now. The first thing I'll pull out is the Exterminator. This is the Eradicator, but it's the same thing. It comes with both of these mags, but it works just fine with the XShot mag. Chambering, firing, chambers well, doesn't want to pull out until I actually am ready to release the mag. Fantastic. Works well with the Exterminator. In fact, probably is one of the better mags you can run with it. So, hey, that's pretty good. Both the Easy Fire, Easy Shot, and possibly the Easy Crossbow all work with this mag. Chambers well. Doesn't get in the way. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Seems like the Easy series is all for just accepting these mags. There is a blaster that is currently on shelves from Air Warriors that I did test and wasn't able to take these mags, and that's the Air Warriors Rebel. Mine's red, don't worry about that. This one does not really want to chamber mags too well. As you can see, it falls out. It doesn't really chamber properly. So if you're going to be buying the Air Warriors Rebel, maybe stick to the regular Air Warriors mags. Although, this is a very niche blaster in a very niche case. But, oh well. Just to note, though, this does work fine with Nerf brand magazines. As do all Air Warriors and Dart Zone blasters. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the XShot one, but it just seems that this one is a weird case. Alright. Now to the big one, what a lot of you were probably wondering. Nerf. I've got some bad news for you. Regular springers, I tested the Retaliator and the Corruptor, and I want to say I tested some other stuff as well, but they're not really coming to mind right now. Regardless, I tested a good amount of springers. Alpha Trooper was another one. I tested a good amount of springers, and all of them have the same issue. This mag does not want to lock, and this mag barely wants to chamber without causing a fuss. As you can see, it's still in there, but if I keep priming it, yeah, it's not going to work for you. So this kind of vertical mag springer doesn't work. So, springer people, sorry to disappoint you, but you're going to have to skip this one. I don't really know what other options are out there for you, but yeah, there's one, but yeah, we're in a bad scenario. The next one I'll talk about is horizontal mag springers. I just so happen to have the Mediator inside for a review and was curious to see if it worked. And it doesn't really chamber until I put the first prime through it. Then it actually kind of holds really well. So weirdly enough, no to most traditional springers, yes to the Mediator and Rampage and probably the Raider. I can't really speak on the Evader because that's a flywheel blaster, but yeah, that's pretty weird. Hey, kind of fun. If you have a Mediator, congratulations. These work for it. Not well, but they work for it. And lastly, flywheelers. Same issue. Doesn't chamber, doesn't lock in. Hands completely off of the mag release. It doesn't want to, yeah, as you can see, bit of trouble. However, if you are okay with maybe running something like this and holding the mag in place, you'll be okay. It's a little bit of a tenuous kind of situation, but it certainly works. Not great, but it certainly works. So if you intend on holding your mag in place like a vertical grip, you can get away with it on some flywheelers. But the Storm Charge, the Strife, the Turbine, all of them had this same issue where the mag just wants to fall out. Then again, these weren't designed for Nerf blasters. They were designed for Pro Series blasters with an added side effect of working with most Air Warriors and Dart Zone blasters. So, congratulations, Nerf, you're out of the running again. Although, that whole N Series thing has still kind of got my hopes down for you. Lastly, for those of you who care, this doesn't work in storage stocks. Kind of funny. I don't know how many people really hold the regulator stock as if it's a god among men, but I do, and I never use it for storage anyways. So yeah, the full-length mag isn't really a replacement to the old 18-round mag packs we had, which honestly is a little bit of a disappointment. That being said, if you own any brands that aren't Nerf, you'll have a good time. Very niche scenarios where these mags don't work, but otherwise they are perfectly fine. They certainly aren't as sturdy as the old 18s, but they're up there in decent quality. So honestly, these are a good replacement for anything if you just want to build a whole bunch of Pro Series mags and full-length mags at the same time. Yeah, I can say these are a safe recommendation. Although if you have a lot of old Nerf stuff around, you're going to have to seek out these, or there's one other option that I can tell you, which works decently well. And that's these, which aren't necessarily available, kind of. You see, there's a blaster that comes with two of these, and it's cheap enough that I think no matter what you try to do, it's very hard to, well, justify skipping it. If you're just looking for full-length magazines and don't really have too many, you can either go thrifting or try to search the multiple off-brand ones on Amazon, which I don't really recommend doing. But you also do have this option, which comes from a blaster that I personally really like. And that's the Easy Fire. You've heard this in my Thunderbolt review, you've heard this in my Easy Fire review, and I'm going to say it in this video. The Easy Fire provides one of the best bang for your buck blasters ever, because what you're really paying for is the 2 great magazines that come with it. Chambers, locks, no issues, no nothing, works like a dream. Chambers, locks, no issues, works like a dream. Chambers, locks, no issues, works like a dream. Not that many people care, but it does actually hold in the storage stocks. And these mags work with basically any blaster I've tested them with. Air Warriors, if you're watching these videos, please put these on sale separately. I don't care if there are no darts with it. If you sell these as a mag refill pack, I promise you there will be some serious money in your pocket, because these mags are both higher quality than the XShot one. They might hold one less round, sure, but these are fantastic. They work in every blaster. Like every blaster. And they all stem from a couple of blasters like the Easy Fire. So, I know that Air Warriors has their cheaper style of mags, but I encourage you, please make these available. If you're looking for full-length magazines, the Easy Fire is kind of the cheapest solution you can get. These blasters are regularly on sale, typically for around the $15 mark, but I've seen them as low as $10, which is kind of crazy. And they come with 2 magazines. If you can get this blaster for $20 and don't really care about it, you still get these excellent mags and the excellent darts that are included in this package. So I do encourage you, seek out the Easy Fire if you're looking for mags that work with your Nerf blasters. But enough about my praise of the Easy Fire and Air Warriors in general. What do I think about the XShot mags? For the many Nerfers who prioritize, well, not buying Nerf blasters and are just looking for cheap magazines, this is a really hard package to beat. $10 for 2 mags and an adapter is really, really, really strong. The next best thing we have is the Easy Fire, which is a $20 blaster for 2 full-length mags. This is half the cost for something that works in almost everything that isn't Nerf. Does that matter? Yeah, actually. A lot of Nerfers might be starting out right now, but there hasn't really been a better time to be a Pro Series Nerfer than it is right now. But at the same time, there hasn't really been a worse time to be a casual Nerfer, at least somebody who's just starting out trying to build gear, than right now. And you might think, oh, that's a kind of ridiculous claim. Look at how many cool blasters are on the market. But hear me out for a second. There are no gear up packs anywhere. No separate magazines sold. Just ammo on the shelves that could or isn't compatible with your blaster. And a whole bunch of things like half darts that say 14 and up. Rival, which shoots balls. There's a whole bunch of different things that just don't go well together. So seeing this made me so happy. And apart from very niche bargain blasters like the Easy Fire or the Exterminator I showed off earlier, there isn't really an easy way to collect Nerf magazines besides buying more Nerf blasters. So forgive me if that statement seems a little incorrect. It is a little doctored with what I'm saying, but there really isn't any hating this. Me and XShot have certainly had a sort of okay relationship. I hate some of their blasters, but I absolutely love others. This really cements them as just kind of a nice brand to trust. And I've always had that saying that it isn't going to be Dart Zone who owns the Nerf market. It's going to be XShot. And I think I'm right. Keep doing this. Keep releasing these simple, affordable mag refill packs. These are all I'm going to be focusing on for my Pro Series mags. I like the capacity, I like the build quality, I like the smoothness. There really isn't any beating these, at least for me, because I can walk into the store, pay $10 and pick up this, and bonus, an extra magazine. But for these, well, apart from the fact that they don't work in Nerf blasters, I like them a lot. These guys are definitely really reliable. I sent them through my Thunderbolt to go ahead and do some rate of fire testing, and yeah, they are really, really good. In fact, a little better than these. But because they don't work with Nerf blasters too well, it's a little hard for me to recommend them. But at $10, who cares? They're fantastic. So, whether intentionally or not, XShot supplying this blaster with just some extra equipment has really changed a lot of what we need to worry about. I can now say, hey, you have Air Warriors, let's say you have an Air Warriors Sentinel. Go buy this guy. You'll be fine. I can now say, hey, you've got the Maxim Pro. Consider the XShot mags. These things hold 15 darts, which is a little higher capacity than the 12. And bonus, these are only $10. So while I've been harping on this point for a little bit, a $10 mag refill pack is fantastic. Just for reference, by the way, Dart Zone on their new style of straight mags is charging them at $10 each. That is $10 for a 12-round mag, just the mag, over on their website. And while those mags are of a significant high quality, you can't just walk to the store and get them. If you want to just walk in and grab a couple of things, 2 or 3 of these packs will set you up for quite a bit of what you need to do. So, at the end of the day, I like them a lot. And I'm super happy that XShot has taken the steps to reestablish one of my favorite products ever, the refill pack. I really hope I see these, especially from you, Air Warriors. I love these mags. But seeing these now makes me feel like there is going to be a good, really, really solid option for a regular standard length darts. Nerf is doing N series anyways, so it won't be long before these are irrelevant to them anyways. But that's my video review on the XShot Pro magazine refill pack. That's not the official name, but I kind of like saying it. If you have any questions about these magazines, I've tested them quite a bit. So go ahead and leave a comment, and I promise I'll get back to you within a hopefully timely fashion. And if you like what you see here or want to add some additional notes, feel free to leave a comment. I'm always able to read your comments and I'm able to respond, which I really appreciate. And if you have any suggestions for reviews I should do in the future, particularly I have a couple of Pro Series things, let me know. And thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I said it in my Demolisher review, but I'm extremely thankful, so I'll keep saying it. And of course, as always, take it easy. And thank you, XShot, for a product that I really was, well, excited for, that I didn't even know about.